7.7 Graphing systems of linear inequalities. When we are graphing these systems, we are doing the same thing we did when we graphed them without 2 at a time. So we are solving for y, graphing them, doing a solid line or a dotted line, shading, and then wherever the 2 shades overlap, that's where our solutions are. So if we look at the first example, we have x plus 3y is greater than 3. So we solve for the y there. We move the x over, subtract it. We have 3y is greater than negative x plus 3. Divide each side by 3. So we have y is greater than negative 1/3 x plus 1. So we're going to have our y-intercept of 1, and then we're going to go down 1 to the right 3. Down 1 to the right 3. Or up 1 and to the left 3. We are doing a dotted line through these points because it's just greater than. And then we are going to shade above that line, so that way it's greater than. From here, we are going to take the negative x plus y is less than or equal to 6. We're going to move that x over and get y is less than or equal to x plus 6. So this is going to be a y-intercept of 6. We're just going to go up 1 to the right 1. And we draw our line through those points. And then we are going to shade below this line. So the only parts that are our answers is where the 2 shadings overlap. So it's all in here, where this green highlighted part is. So that's the only part that's our answer. So if we actually want to erase all of the other, we could. So this all would be erased here. Anything that's not overlapped would not count. And then we'd be done. For example, 1, we have negative 6x. Oops, we're going to change that to be different color. Negative 6x plus 3y is less than or equal to 12. We add the 6x to both sides. We get 3y is less than or equal to 6x plus 12. We divide by 3. We have y is less than or equal to 2x plus 4. So 4 is our y-intercept. We're going to go up 2 to the right 1. Or down 2 and to the left 1. And then this is going to be a solid line, because it is also equal to. And then we're going to shade below the line because it's less than or equal to. From here, we will graph the next function, which is y is less than or equal to 1/2 x minus 3. So that negative 3 gets our first point, then we're going to go up 1 to the right 2. Up 1 to the right 2. Draw the line through those points. We're also going to go down 1 to the left 2. And then with these, it'll be less than, so then the part that's underneath will be graphed. Now when we go to just do the areas that overlap, it'll be this area here that's highlighted in the green. And then if we can, we will erase everything else. So this gets rid of. Same thing within here, we get rid of this. So just the part that overlaps that we want to keep. For our next example, we have 3x plus y is less than or equal to 1. So we're going to take that, move the 3x over, subtract it from each side. So y is less than or equal to negative 3x plus 1. So plotting the 1, going down 3 to the left, down 3 to the right 1, down 3 to the right 1, down 3 to the right 1, and then up 3 to the left 1. And then draw your line through your points. And then we're going to shade below this because it's less than or equal to, so anything below. For our next line, we have y is greater than 2/3 x minus 2. So negative 2 on the y-axis. And then we're going to go up 2 to the right 3. Up 2 to the right 3. And then remember, this is a dashed or dotted line because it is not equal to. And then greater than, or we are going to shade above. So then when we go to graph these, or actually shade over where they overlap, it'll be anything in this area. Let's change that color in this area here. So we can erase anything that we don't need. And then we're done. For C, we have y is less than or equal to x plus 3. So we're going to go to 3 on the y-axis, then go up 1 to the right 1. And then we would shade underneath that. That line is really bad. We are going to erase this and draw some lines, or draw some points. It's going to be here. And then pull that line through those points. That looks a little bit better. So we're all in there. For the other line, we have y is less than negative 3, so that's just a straight line that is dotted through negative 3 on, or through the y-axis. And then we would shade underneath it. So the part that overlaps is in here. So we can actually get rid of whatever we do not need that's above this line. For D, we have y is greater than x minus 8. Oops. So negative 8, go up 1 over 1. And then we would shade above it. For 2x plus 4y is less than 16, we're going to subtract the 2x from each side. 4y is less than negative 2x plus 16, then divide by 4. So y is less than negative 1/2 x plus 4. So 4 on our y-axis, down 1 to the left 2. And up 1 to the left, down 1 to the right 2, up 1 to the left 2. And then draw your dotted line through the points. And then we are going to shade below that. And then overlapping is just this part that I'm leaving. So we have all of this in here. For our next example, we have y minus x minus 3 is less than or equal to 0. So I'm just going to move the x and the 3 over by adding the x, adding the 3, and we'll be left with y is less than or equal to x plus 3. So 3 and we are going to shade below. For our other one, we have 2x plus 3y is greater than negative 6. Subtract the 2x from both sides. We have 3y is greater than negative 2x minus 6, then divide by 3. So y is greater than negative 2/3 x minus 2. So negative 2, then go down 2 to the right 3. Down 2 to the right 3. And then again, these are going to be a dashed line because it's not equal to. And then this is greater than, so it would be anything above. So when we go to erase what we don't need, just going to be this. So again, we're only shading that part that overlaps. For your next example, we have y is less than 4x minus 3. So we're going to plot that negative 3, then go up 4 to the right 1. Up 4 to the right 1. And down 4 to the left 1. Draw your dotted line through these points. And then we're shading below it, so that way. For y is greater than 4x plus 2, we're going to have 4x and then up 2 to the right 1. And this line is going to be dotted as well. And then y is greater than, so it would be anything on this side. So you'll see here that the only parts that intersect here are going to be the parts that are up in this area, which are not a lot. For b in this section, we have y is greater than x minus 2. So we're going to do the negative 2. We're going to have a slope of 1, so it would be here. And then we are going to shade above it, so that's all of this. for y is less than or equal to x plus 4, we're going to do that 4, and we're going to do a slope of 1. And y is less than or equal to, so it's anything in here. So the only part that intersects is this part here. For C, we have y is less than or equal to negative 2x minus 3. We're going to have a negative 3 intercept on the y, and go down 2 and to the right 1. And up 2 to the left 1. Draw a straight line through these points, since it's equal to. And then graph below it. For y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 1, we're going to be here, down to the right 1, or up 2 to the left 1. Draw the line through these points one more time, and then shade below. So the only thing that overlaps is this area here, so we'd shade that in. And then we can actually get rid of anything in the middle here if we needed to. For D, we have y is less than 1/3 x minus 6. So we're going to do minus 6, up 1 to the right 3. And down 1 to the left 3. We're drawing a dashed line through these points. And then we are shading below it. For y is greater than or equal to 1/3 x plus 5, we're going to have this line here, go up 1 to the right 3. And then down 1 to the left 3. Draw your solid line through these points, and then shade above it. So with this one, they don't intersect, so there's no solution here.